Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Let's go. Jacobs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are on the board. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They juked him, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards in the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Uses the stiff arm. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
It's 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Caught on a slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders go. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And some space here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I know I should keep the focus in the spotlight on the hero that just scored. But tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Shoves him aside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And now this offense gets ready to take over the football, 1st and 10. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Able to get away. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. And now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A touchdown run. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He stiff arms him. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their mobile quarterback as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So they set the Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Powers through it, and he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 151 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards.
Even with a big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've
been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
182 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. He's at the 50. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
On the double.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field.
On the set. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team,
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Uses the stick. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
that's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their home with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you in the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the leader. Touchdown. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 77 yards on the ground in his first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, Jacobs. And some room to roam now. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders hit. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Let's run. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And some room to work. Oh, what a move. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Throwing
on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try to get more pressure at the passer.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders go 98 yards in 50. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's fought from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing Jones. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got him in, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Raiders just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Following the touch. Kick it away is Carlson. At the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New England's offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks like.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Carlson down to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now. Off-play action. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's Fox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Harris. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Rondale Moore.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Pats get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
The extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but
They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Set. Hut. Ready?
They'll run right here with Jacobs. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ultra. Ready, go. Set, go.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
All start. Offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Here's Jacobs. Shoves him away. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a give to Jacobs running right. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready, go. Ready.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run the draw with Jacobs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Go now. Hey, move here.
Here's Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now out come the Patriots.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do it.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Room here to run. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total...
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
62 yards.
And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Jacobs now. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
7-all is the score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
We are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run through, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
He didn't originally want to run.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now this throw caught left side, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as they have taken the lead. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A beautiful fake. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They have to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half. And he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot. He took a shot there before. Was that ill-advised from my viewpoint? Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Escaping the pressure, under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a cap. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They find some open field here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 139 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he's been terrific in the dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. There he goes, right side, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize, put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
They're going to try and throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Circle that drive because that might be... The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there, 50 yards, and the Raiders are starting to... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Well, ultimately not. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it with Jacobs. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the...
Final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And how about this? Viva Las Vegas! The Las Vegas Raiders on top of the football world as they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
It's now the Vikings' turn. On the clock. Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. The Minnesota Vikings are now on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles now on the clock. With the next pick, the Raiders are on the clock. The Minnesota Vikings now on the clock. The Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. And now on the clock, the Minnesota Vikings.